Is that you, Paul?
Hello.
Did you hear my speech?
No, I just caught the end of it.
All right.
Don't believe stuff from war.
Yeah. You disagree. You think we should just get right out there and start believing everything. Oh, we got a debate now, kids. I'm debating Paul from the Antifada. Are you ready, you fucking beta cuck? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All
Let
right.
me move you the proper screen.
Yo, so good to be with you today. What's up?
Just hanging out. You
Yeah.
know, I just ate breakfast, an extremely working class breakfast.
What does that mean?
It was just a bagel with a fried egg and some sriracha.
That is nice. I love some sriracha. Yeah. I measure time in sriracha. Does that make sense? You know, me and my partner have been dating for about 16 sriracha bottles. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Yep.
Like that.
You know, hey, so Paul, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate that. I'm a big fan of you and your show, The Antifada. Can you do me one big favor? Can you please confirm your pronouns?
He, him.
Thank you.
But
yes,
anyone's free to use whatever they would like.
All right, Paul. So I think our goal here today, we talked about coming up with a topic, maybe collaborating on a little thing.
Yeah.
Also, it's important for me to help my audience get to know you and what you do. Do you want to give yourself the big shout out? You are on the Antifada over there.
Yeah.
The based and objectively good. Is it fair to say a communist podcast?
Yes, absolutely.
Very good. And go ahead, tell us about that and what you do there.
Yeah, so I produce the Antifada Twitch stream, do all the fun graphics and stuff, and I'm the guy who everyone gets to blame when something goes wrong, which is nice. Usually just talk to Sean for a while, which is fun. Sean's a fun guy to talk to.
Yeah.
And I also edit podcasts. I'm the producer for Real Abstractions, Mortal Science, Varn Vlog, and maybe more. I don't know. Oh, Everybody Loves Communism. That's a big one. That's Jamie Peck's new show.
So you're staying busy, huh?
Yeah, very busy. Very busy.
Real quick, tell us. I used to do this like more elaborate interview show, and I'd ask folks about, what made them a leftist. Real quick, like what brought you to the left? Did you pop out of the womb a based communist, or did you read something along the way? Did something get to you?
No, so mom was liberal like my whole life, and we went to Occupy Seattle, and there was a Trotskyist there who was tabling, who like single-handedly delayed my radicalization. They did a really bad job.
Oh no!
At radicalizing me. So for the rest of like high school, I was basically I was like a libertarian who really liked Chomsky. I was like just an anti-war guy, basically.
Okay.
And but then right at the end of high school, a friend of mine lent me a copy of Anarcho-Syndicalism with the introduction by Noam Chomsky, and I read that, and that was like my first proper leftist theory thing.
Okay.
And now anarchists call me a Stalinist. So.
What I don't know. What was it like? Your first taste of that dialectical materialism? Is that what gets you hooked?
It's your first time seeing something that like properly challenges the way the world is formed. It shakes things up.
Yeah, and then you sort of get addicted to it. You're like, I want more of that. And you keep finding it. It's not hard to find stuff that goes, wait, what?
Well, I found Marxy stuff by trying to like argue with the Anarcho-Syndicalism book from like a libertarian perspective. I was trying to, and then I was like, oh, well, actually the proper way to argue with this would be like Marxistly. And
All right.
So
Marxistly. Nice.
I debate broed myself into into communism.
That's one way. I've never heard of that one. That's a unique pathway. All right. Chat, I did bump Paul's audio just a couple decibels. Just let me know if it becomes overpowering. Okay. Well, chat, if you have any more questions, if you have questions for Paul throughout the chat, let us know. This is going to be a low-key chat where we picked a topic, and I have not done any homework. So
nice. Yeah.
It's fine because that's literally what I do. I like to learn live. I don't know. That's my show. Very different than others, of course, but we do it live here, and I enjoy it. Okay, so Paul, we talked about long COVID as our topic, right? All right. Well, first of all, why did you pick it? What was your inspiration?
I think long COVID is something that not a lot of people are talking, or not enough people, I should say, are talking about with respect to the pandemic. It's kind of the thing that's flying under the radar and could be, I don't know, it might motivate some people to take the pandemic a little bit more seriously.
More like bong COVID. Shut up. You're embarrassing me in front of my guest. Jesus Christ. All right, I agree. And as someone who is not talking about it at all myself, it's about time. I'm not scared of a new topic. And also, I'm just going to plant this seed. Paul, I'm not actually sure if I mentioned this, but I've been doing these 1-minute videos. I call them 1 minute left, TikTok. And literally, I put them on TikTok. But yeah, so maybe this little research thing that we got going here turns into a 1-minute video, and we could talk about how that script can come together. Really, it's just about 200-ish words. It's not a lot, but of course the challenge becomes how do you take all the most important information, the most important things you want to say about a topic, and whittle it down to about literally a minute. It's got to be less than a minute, otherwise it doesn't work on YouTube Shorts, and that's how I get a lot of views. Okay, long COVID, as in not what you get when you initially get COVID, as in the after effects.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it hits after COVID, and there are a lot of really messed up symptoms. It's been compared to myalgic encephalomyelitis, which is a horrible disease that ruins a lot of people's lives.
Myalgic encephalomyelitis.
Yeah, you can look up ME/CFS/SEID.
Okay.
It's got a lot of names because they haven't settled on a diagnosis.
Okay.
I believe CDC recommends ME.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, ME/CFS. Okay. So we could start here. Do you mind if I just read out loud?
No, go for it.
All right, and just stop me if you want to add, or just stop me if you feel like we're not getting anything out of it. Okay, so long COVID. Is long COVID really chronic fatigue syndrome by another name? We'll find out. Even after the World Health Organization, who declares the end of the global pandemic, COVID-19 will continue to cast a long shadow. By some estimates, nearly a third of people with a symptomatic infection still experience debilitating symptoms a month later. And some people don't know they ever had it. People could just be walking around right now feeling like shit, and they don't know why. I've honestly felt like shit, I wonder. Anyways, probably I just drink too much. That's 100%.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Much about post-acute sequelae of SARS-CoV-2 infection, or PASC. The clinical term for what's commonly referred to as long or long-haul COVID, is unknown. So long and long-haul, that's the same thing. However, one intriguing clue can be found in its similarity to myalgic encephalomyelitis. Wow, I actually nailed that.
Hell yeah, good job.
It sounded like I practiced. A disease also known as chronic fatigue syndrome, fatigue syndrome, or ME/CFS. I get the hard words, but not the easy ones. All right, so psychiatrist, Okay. Individuals with PSAC or long COVID rarely continue to test positive for an active infection, at least by standard tests, but continue to experience constellation of symptoms, from fatigue to trouble with cognition and chest and abdominal pain. Folks, if people have bad Ukraine ticks, it's because they have long COVID.
Yeah,
That's
that's
you
giving
can't
too
blame
much
them.
credit, I think.
Yeah? Okay. Real quick, what's the worst Ukraine take you've heard? Go.
Oh, I think having a take in general is not a good idea.
I was going to ask you for your 1 minute take, so maybe you can give me your 1 minute take on having a take. Well, let's do that. Real quick pause. Right here in the middle of learning about long haul COVID. What's your 1 minute take on Ukraine?
Okay. War is bad, and people who start wars are bad. and we should condemn war. Period. And Putin is a warmonger. Yeah. And that's my official take.
I appreciate it. We're keeping it tight, keeping it simple there. We're not ruffling too many feathers, but yeah, war bad. That's 100% true. I hate that shit. Really
war sucks.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Reading on. So individuals they don't have they don't test positive for an active infection. They continue to experience a constellation of symptoms. Blah blah blah. It's also seen in 19% of those with asymptomatic infections. So people who got COVID, they were asymptomatic. Nothing even happened to them. They're having long COVID. It's being reported they're symptomatic. Although studies vary.
19% is like crazy high.
Because effectively, we're all gonna get it. Is that too reductive?
I mean, we might, but this is like an argument for making sure we don't.
I would like to not.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how the virus triggers these symptoms and why it happens, it's not known. We're really dealing with a mystery. Building a mystery. We just got DMCA'd. Muted. Yet the similarities of long COVID to ME/CFS are striking, starting with a significant overlap in the symptoms, notably fatigue, unrefreshing sleep, or post-exertional malaise.
PEM.
That's the thing, PEM.
Yeah.
That's a general sense of being unwell, even after minor physical or cognitive exertion, affecting a minority of those with long COVID.
Majority.
Yeah. I felt like that just, if I don't work out for a long time, I definitely get like that. And of course, everyone's cooped up inside. I wonder, I'm like thinking like what's going on with me, and like I'm having some of these feelings and I'm thinking it out loud. Okay. So, and then
PEM is a bit more severe than that. PEM can be like, if you watch a procedural drama on, CBS, if you watch one episode of that, you can be ruined for the rest of the day because you've had to like think too much about so it's really bad. Like you can't read a book. Mm-hmm. Reading a book is too much because you have to use the muscles to move your eyes and focus your vision. It can be really bad.
Again, I keep thinking about me, man. Like, I used to do like 10, 11-hour streams, and I've been hitting a wall at like 6. I don't know. I'm thinking about this too much. But yeah, brain drain, I guess. I guess maybe the argument is that it hits you a little sooner because of the long COVID. Okay. And the onset of both long COVID and up to 75% of ME/CFS cases can be traced to a viral infection.
Yeah.
As in... maybe not COVID, some other viral infection?
Yeah, so we don't actually know what ME/CFS is. Oh. There isn't even really a standard like biomarker for diagnosis. It's a list of symptoms, but it has been linked to and one of the theories is that it's what's called a post-viral syndrome. Mm-hmm. So there are all these kinds of things that happen with people who get really bad viral infections that are referred to as post-viral syndromes. I can't remember any other. There are some like significant ones that people would recognize the names of, but that's a theory of ME/CFS, that it might be a post-viral syndrome, and long COVID similarity to ME/CFS is alarming and kind of points in the direction of that theory.
And that's sort of like a working theory at this point, like it's not yet been disproved.
Right.
Okay. We'll keep reading. Hornig, who contributed some of the most influential research to helping establish it as a biological disease, not a psychological disorder. All right,
Yeah.
How is that important? As in, like, it's something we get. It's not something that happens because of miswiring, or I don't want to be too ham-fisted here with my terminology.
Yeah, for a long time, ME/CFS was considered a lot of horrible things from like a housewife's disease. You know, it's something that women get that, and they're just depressed.
Yeah.
And doctors even today don't really take it seriously because they're not taught about it in med school. So it's really unfortunate and really sad. There are more people with ME/CFS diagnoses today than there were people with AIDS during the AIDS crisis at the height of it. And there's like a tenth of the funding that they got at the, you know, it's really bad.
Oh, man. Yeah, just chew some valerian root and try to get more sleep, right?
Yeah, get more sleep. Go for a walk. That's one of the really messed up things about the treating it as a psychological disorder is the treatment for, you know, depression and stuff is exertion. You're supposed to like clean your room, go for a walk, etc. And with ME/CFS, those things can actually like ruin you. Maybe in some cases kill you.
Jeez. All right, so we don't want to treat it what it's not. We should be treating it as a biological disease. Okay, so they've established that. That's good. Did some tests. I don't want to hear about it. I don't need to know. They believe research into the overlap between ME/CFS and long COVID could help millions. Yeah.
Yes.
What did you just say? How many people? More people with ME/CFS today than with AIDS at the height of the epidemic. All right. Damn, dude. Yeah. Actually, I don't know how many. I don't even know what those numbers are. I don't know how to contextualize that. All right.
I don't have the actual numbers
we can
on
dig
the top of my head. But
that's fine. I'm over it. In an interview, sorry, I don't mean to be short with you, of course.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm just. In an interview with Columbia Magazine last year, she said she'd be looking at an unprecedented wave of ME/CFS-like illnesses over the next few years with profound societal costs. Costs. As in people are just walking around feeling like shit, and then all of the things.
Unable to work. It's estimated that right now ME/CFS costs just in the United States $80 billion a year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn. And who's it costing specifically? That's an interesting. I don't know how to wrap my head around that. Workers or I don't even right. It's I guess just gross national, just gross product. Okay, or whatever. Okay.
Or productivity.
Productivity, yeah, productivity loss. That's okay. Thank you. Sorry, I got sound effects. All right, 80 billion lost in productivity. A year?
I think in a year, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's like money that we could use to tax and then do the Medicare for all or something. I don't know, just something simple like that. I'd just like to start with that. I'd like to start. Can I tell you my theory? All right, check this out, Paul. I don't want to do Medicare for all. I want Medicare for all kittens and puppies. All right? You can't say no to that. If you say no to that, you're a fucking psychopath. It's easy. It's on display. We got you. And then we just build our way up, you know? Grandmas. You gonna say no to grandmas? You hate grandma? Go to bed. You know what I mean? You're going to bed. You don't get dessert. And we just work our way up from there. But kittens and puppies, they're the cutest.
So here's a thing from 2008, just as like a source for the numbers, that the estimated annual value lost productivity from 2007 was $9.1 billion, or about $20,000 per individual with the with ME/CFS.
You said how many per individual?
20,000.
20K?
Yeah.
For like the individual person. God dang, dude. And then, of course, we got to talk about if this is considered a disability, you know, the whole way that people with disabilities in this country is treated is just completely fucked.
Totally.
That's for another day for sure. Like, they're only allowed to have like $2,000 of like assets at any one time. Something like that.
Yeah, something.
What
it's
the
crazy.
Fuck, man. Jeez. What do they do? They're like stashing cash under their mattress? I have no idea. All right. Shout out to all my disabled homies.
Hell yeah.
Shit's hard, man. We wish we had, Medicare for all, help we need. Reading on. Let's see what else we can glean from this. And by the way, Paul, I was hoping maybe about an hour. I don't want to take too much of your time. If you got to bounce sooner, that's fine.
Yeah, no worries. I'll stay as long as you want.
Cool. In the WNYC panel, they gave a short account of their experience with long COVID, thankfully now resolving. That's nice. Then enumerated the most pressing research questions, and actually that tells us that we don't know how long it lasts. There's so many unknowns. Mm-hmm. There's so many unknown unknowns. Fuck you, Donald Rumsfeld. You're dead. You're fucking dead.
There are known knowns, there are known unknowns, and there are unknown unknowns.
Hey, did you know I got this little bit? Dan, thanks for letting me call into your show. It's me, Donald Rumsfeld. I'm in hell. I hope you're doing okay. There are a lot of known things now. There are a lot of unknown things that have become known to me down here. First of all, I guess I wasn't a very good person. All right, well, I gotta go. My mustache looks a little fucked up.
I love that.
I can't believe I let Donald Rumsfeld call into my show from hell. What is wrong with me? Why would I platform Donald Rumsfeld? Am I canceled? Have you ever been canceled?
Yeah, you're canceled. You're platforming a fascist.
Totally, dude. His best friend was fucking Kissinger. Mm-hmm. When's he gonna die?
Probably long after all of us.
He's gonna outlive World War III? Fucking hell, man. All right.
He's gonna make the most money. He's gonna benefit from World War III. Yeah.
Okay, I hate that even more. Somehow you made me hate the world more. Okay, shake it off. Shake it off.
Well, this will make you feel better. I'm drinking out of your merch. Right now.
Yes. You see that, chat? You see that on my own show. You fucking love to see it. Love your mug. Dude, I made a lot of people mad with that mug, but that's another story for another time.
The ham sick? Is that it?
Yeah, it really made them mad.
That's so dumb. I used to have a ham sick right there. Yeah, but I took it down because I had a bunch of meetings I had to do, and I didn't want to explain to the people in the meetings that I was a communist.
Yeah, it's just like, let's just try to skip that conversation. I know what that's like. Anyways, let's keep reading here. I can keep going. We could go down so many rabbit holes in my head at any one time. It's the tragedy, and it's a blessing and a curse, but I got to stay on focus here. The research into ME/CFS has shed light onto how the condition may come about due to a hyperactive immune response in the early years of the disease, followed by a state of immune exhaustion. You can't see what I'm saying here. Following by a state of immune exhaustion of a type that's sometimes reported in chronic viral infections. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. In future studies of long COVID, she urged fellow researchers to examine markers of resilience by including those like herself who are nearing or have achieved a stable recovery. As much as we need to know about vulnerability and what makes us ill, we need to know what makes us better. Yeah. All right. Large studies, already planning stages. They're in the planning stages. One will follow individuals with COVID-19 over time to see how body systems improve or don't. Another will follow people with persistent systems and compare them to those who had COVID and recovered. Other avenues of study include separate analysis of autopsy reports and electronic medical records. Okay. Fun for the kids. The research is supported through $1.15 billion allocated by Congress to NINDS. We have the opportunity to do this in a big way now, said says Koreshets. All right.
So that's 1.15 billion directed toward long COVID study.
Okay.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's good. Feels small, but I guess could be worse. NINS, the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke. Wait. My brain's not connecting the dots here. Neurological? I thought it was biological.
Well, so neurological means having to do with brain cells.
Okay.
And neurons. So like
there we go. Bing,
yeah,
bing,
like,
bing, bing.
Yeah, that's not the same as psychological, which
Thank you.
Which, as we all know, psychology is nonsense.
There it is. There it is. I don't know, but yeah, my back hurts. I'm gonna go to the chiropractor later. And then I got an astrology reading before I pick up my crystals.
Hell yeah. Because astrology, chiropractic.
All right. We have the opportunity to do this in the big way. At 1.15 billion. For her part, they're serving as a liaison with patients to get their input. You have to ask people questions that are going to be meaningful. Right. Bringing everyone to the table, including Black, Indigenous, people of color, people who have seen higher rates of COVID than the population at large, with some suggestion that the persistent health issues of long COVID PASC may also be more likely. That sounds like lip service to me. To the Black, Indigenous, and BIPOC crowd, no?
Maybe. I mean, they have seen higher rates of COVID. And,
right, but what are they doing? Right?
Right.
Yeah.
I guess they're bringing them to the table.
That's nice.
I don't know what it means to bring more people to the table with this kind of study.
Is it like that long table that Putin talks to the world leaders at, like super long table? Oh my God, yeah. It's like a joke. What is the deal with that? I think Trudeau or Macron went, and they said that they wanted to test his blood, and Macron didn't want to give him his blood because of, KGB or whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
That's so weird.
I saw off the chairs.
Hey guys,
don't believe anything I say. I'm sorry.
All freaks.
I know. All right, we're learning even if the scientific answers aren't immediately forthcoming. One of the biggest potential upsides of the planned research is a greater awareness among clinicians to post-acute COVID and ME/CFS alike, as well as new approaches to treat them. If research moves ahead quickly, they envision in a year's time they may be graced by a cohort of docs who are educated in the manifestations and maybe have something in their toolkits. All right, yes. So not only do we need to teach the doctors, we need to about it, but they need to learn how to treat it, and we're not even there.
No, yeah, we don't know anything. There are maybe 10 doctors in the country, and that's an extremely generous estimate who do anything about ME/CFS, and it's only becoming it's only being taken seriously now because of long COVID.
Mm-hmm.
It's really really sad.
Oh. Yeah, we didn't care until it was all... Shame on me. I didn't care until it was like a threat to me, Fuck me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
They don't even teach about it in med school. They don't even teach about it.
Yeah. All right. The proliferation of the... Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry. I had a thought, and I'm going to just abandon it. Forget it. The proliferation of the extra contagious Delta variant gives the threat of long COVID new urgency. Severe cases almost into Delta. When the fuck was this written? Did I look at the date?
Probably
August,
yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm like, come on, the fucking Greek alphabet. We're much later in that.
Yeah.
Alphabet. When I was in college, I was in a music fraternity, and we learned a song. Can I sing it for you? If you want to learn that.
It.
All right. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, psi, omega. And then we would say our own phi, mu, way. I was in...
Cool.
Anyways, I was in Phi Mu Alpha, a music fraternity. Fucking nerdy shit. Excuse me. But that's how I know Delta's at the beginning. It gives a threat of long COVID new urgency. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's why we're talking about it today. Probably wouldn't be without COVID. Severe cases almost entirely confined to those who haven't been vaccinated. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That sucks. that they fucking duped themselves into this, or that they were never able to get the vaccine to begin with because they're, of a number of conditions, I think,
Right.
That prevent some people. But an unknown number of mild or asymptomatic breakthrough cases has seen those and already got the jab, and new research suggests these cases may be contributing to the spread of the disease. Also worth remembering, individuals with mild and asymptomatic infections are still at risk for long COVID. They say all these facts raise important questions. Why aren't we tracing breakthrough infections? Why don't we ensure all physical barriers to transmission are in place? What should the public health message be? We should have had better testing so that people would know better whether or not they're at risk.
We should have had any testing.
Oh my God.
We didn't do shit. The U.S. really shit the bed with COVID. Like, messed up worse than they managed to do, like, maximize death and economic destruction at the same time.
Yeah,
really bad job.
They didn't get any of the things right. They were trying to be like, okay, well, let's see how we can make the most money out of this. It's like off a pandemic. And people did. Some individuals did, of course. But they made as much money as the rest of the people lost. And I think that's curious. It was like $370 billion.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I think you know what I'm talking about. But I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. I spun off the rails there. I'm just saying, war is bad.
Yes.
Sorry, I got lost. Yeah, we should have been testing so that people could know that they're, at risk. Instead, we went with this whole strategy where we're like, we'll wait for the vaccine, right?
Yeah.
And then it's still not doing it. In fact, it seems like our peaks of like, how many of us are dying, it's actually peaked when we've had the vaccine. And I'm not trying to do like vaccine misinfo. Everyone get the vaccine. Look at this. The severe cases of long COVID are confined to those who haven't been vaccinated. If you can get vaccinated, do it. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do a Joe Rogan over here. Anyways, what do you think?
I think there are other things that could like contribute to the coincidence of peak death and peak vaccination.
Okay.
Like people get vaccinated so they think they're free now and they can go fly out to a wedding in Georgia or wherever, and then fly back and then decide I'm going to go on vacation to Panama and and then it's like, okay, new variant just dropped. We got the Rho variant or whatever.
Yeah, there is that going on.
Yeah,
that is interesting.
But long COVID is messed up, and people don't think about it or talk about it when they're talking about the pandemic. Someone in your chat says, I can testify to mild COVID followed by long COVID, double vaxxed, boosted, still have weakness and digestive issues on and off for 10 weeks now. That's terrible.
Damn, Dougie, dude. Sorry to hear that. That's a fucking bummer. Love your face. Hang in there, okay?
Yeah, love your face.
Love your face.
Yeah.
Dang. All right, so there's a lot to learn. Anyone else in chat, like, know that you're suffering from any of this? Or maybe you're suspicious like me? I don't know. I don't think I am. I think I'm just a tired guy sometimes.
Yeah.
Aren't we on an Omicron? We're on the Omicron. The Omnicron. Remember when Biden announced it? The Omnicron, he calls it. And I was watching it live like, what? I love doing this live. You see the most interesting stuff when it's happening. You're like, I was there. Frat? Say what?
I wonder what frat Biden was in.
Was he?
Let's see.
He says most of his teammates on the football team were Theta Chi something.
But he never joined.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, no affiliation. He's not a frat boy. Interesting. Joe Biden nerd confirmed, right?
There it is. He never smoked or drank. Straight as an arrow. What do they call that? There's like a term.
Straight edge.
Is it teetotaler?
Teetotaler.
Did I make that up? Oh, nice. Holy shit! Yeah. I pulled something out of my brain deep in there.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well.
Damn. So Joe Biden, fucking fink ass nerd, confirmed. He's not shooting back fireball with the boys.
Nah, man. You know, he's definitely not going. He's not going to join you for a shot. What a fucking nerd, man. Well, what do you think here? How do we take? I mean, here's the thing. What we talked about today, we could probably take that and fill up a minute of content.
Easy.
Yeah, I'm also just wondering, like, other context that you think we want to shoehorn in here while we got you on the line about that topic, about the MECFX. MECFX. I got to make sure I write that down. Yep.
Look into the groups like ME Action Network. Okay. Check them out on all your favorite social media platforms. There's MECFS News is an account on Twitter run by an MECFS patient, and they just share news relating to MECFS. In Germany, there was some recent stuff. They're trying to get, I think, 800,000 euros for the study of MECFS. Yeah. And I think that might have passed. I'm not sure. There's a motion or something in New York to add MECFS to the new public health bill or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the cardinal symptom of ME is PEM, PEM, post-exertional malaise. And it's really bad. It's really bad. Like patients, like severe patients, if they go for a walk one day around the block, they'll be done for like 3 days.
Whoa.
Just bedridden completely.
Whoa. So don't go on a walk, but definitely log off from time to time, chat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, don't touch grass, though. You could...
Yeah.
It's risky.
Don't exert yourself. Consult with your doctor before you touch grass, but definitely log off.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody log off.
Honestly, it's getting really fucked up these days. It's war, man. It's like literally war. Everyone's sick in the head. And it's really tricky. I don't... Are you willing to chat about Ukraine a little bit? I'm not here to like.
I mean, we can. I'm pretty genuine in my not having a take stance because.
Yeah.
First of all, no one thought Putin was going to do it for real. Like none of the actual experts did. I didn't think Putin was actually going to do it. I'm surprised he did. So at this point, it's like anything is possible, you know?
Yeah. World powers have been pushed to the brink, have been pushing each other to the brink, maybe.
Yeah, I don't have a take on Ukraine other than that, war is bad, and my heart goes out to all the poor kids who have to be fighting this shit.
They say no war but class war.
That's right. That's right.
I'm sorry, I'm one of those people too. We say no war but class war.
Yes, we all say that. Chat, let's get some no war but class wars in the chat.
Is that an emote on your channel? Who's got that?
Oh no, I was
that's got to be.
Type it out.
No, I should probably do a no war class war thing. All right, new emotes maybe coming out, chat. It's just really hard. It seems like it's getting really hard to talk about something that it feels like for people who aren't willing to, I don't know, maybe willing to pierce imperial propaganda, it's really hard to talk about it. And for me, I'm like sort of like newly figuring some of these things out, and I'm like, oh man, I wonder what I would be saying right now if this had happened about 3 years ago when I was just more of a shit lib. I hadn't done the reading,
Right.
you know, and I get those my mentions are just trash because of that. At the same time, it's so important to like I think share what's actually happening. Last night, I don't know if you're into Empire Files.
Haven't heard of it. No.
Okay, Empire Files is with Mike Preisner and Abby Martin, and they do their thing.
Okay.
Yeah, they do their YouTube thing. It's fucking huge. They do big amazing things. They she had Brian Becker on last night for about an hour 50 minutes, and the whole time I was just like clicky clacky on my clicky clacky keyboard, just like fucking typing notes like fucking mad crazy. I don't normally watch a video and like everything that's said I'm like just like learning from. It was honestly, anyone who's like in my chat trying to have an opinion about fucking Ukraine, I strongly suggest you check it out. We should all start there, and literally later today, Paul, I'm going to be pulling it up and watching on my stream. It's 2 hours. It's worth every fucking second. And
Okay.
I actually clipped, if you're not into the whole 2 hour thing, I clipped out some clips, about 6 or 7 clips on my fucking whoops,
Bing bong.
on my fucking on my Twitter here.
No, well, if you watch
here's
it
some
later
clips.
on your stream, I'll
Go.
watch it then.
We're definitely going to be watching it. It's required watching. I've watched it once. I spent an hour, or fucking probably 2.5 hours, because I'm pausing, like taking notes. It's worth every second, folks, and I'm really looking forward to showing you this. But if anyone wants a maybe short version, maybe some, you can't really condense an hour 50, but here's some clips on my own Twitter account there. Okay. Dude, what else is like going on over there in your noggin? Of course, we got Ukraine. That's taken up so much of my brain space. I've got Ukraine on the brain, Ukraine on the membrane, and I don't know what else have you got. Have you been digging into?
Not much lately, honestly. Yeah, I've been trying to. I've been doing a really good job of logging off.
Cheers.
Which is great, which is really good. I've been engaging with fiction.
Oh, I find that so hard.
Yeah.
Right now, I can't imagine it. But go on. What are you reading?
Yeah.
What are you reading?
I'm reading the Temple of My Familiar by I got a pile of books right there.
Yeah.
Temple of My Familiar by Alice Walker, which is like a prequel kind of to The Color Purple, or sequel, or it's in the universe, and has one of the characters.
The Color Purple universe, exactly.
Yeah.
Any overlaps with the MCU?
No, that'd be crazy. Imagine like I don't know who's an MCU character.
Thanos. I don't know. Snappy guy.
Yeah, Thanos. Yeah, I haven't seen any of those movies.
It's like a guilty pleasure of mine. I know they're not good. I just like watching them. It's just like, fine, I get to turn my brain off. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's great.
I guess I saw Iron Man when it first came out.
Yeah, stupid.
But yeah, I loved the X-Men movies though.
Nice.
Back in when those first came out. Yeah.
Did you watch the cartoon as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll get
big
you.
Time.
That'll get you.
Big time.
It's fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Sorry, that's something else.
the best cartoon though was Batman the animated series, in my opinion.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah.
So good.
I definitely watched a ton of that. And then it got weird. It was like Power Rangers, and I'm like, I can't watch this shit, you know?
Yeah, but the like Mark Hamill as the Joker, so good. So good.
I remember my older brother blew my fucking mind when I was a kid. He's like, Luke Skywalker. He plays Joker. I'm like, no, Luke Skywalker, he's a good guy. I couldn't comport. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. You can act as good and bad people if you're an actor. Did you know that?
Yeah.
This we live in a society.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
I'm really just enjoying this vibe over here we got going right now. I'm just like, hell
yeah.
I got lots of dumb jokes. Yeah.
I've been watching Euphoria.
Okay, I've heard about Euphoria.
I think it's a I
Is
think
it
it's a
about the
great
high school
show.
kids?
Yeah,
And
it's
like,
high school kids. Really messed up. I think it's a great show, but it's deeply evil, and no one should be allowed to watch it. But I'm gonna keep watching it as long as I'm allowed to.
my partner teaches voice lessons. One of her 13-year-old students is like, "Yeah, I watched the show," and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "What's the big deal, Mel?" She's like, "You don't even know."
Well, actually, that's funny because I think it's totally appropriate for like teenagers to watch it
Okay.
and stuff. But a grown up like me watching it feels completely like perverse. Like this
Okay.
should not be allowed.
All right. We're also into TV. We're deep into Deadwood. Oh man, I think that maybe that's where the mustache inspiration came. I have no idea. We love Deadwood. We're in season 3, and I think there's a movie after that. No spoilers.
Hell yeah. I think my mom is watching Deadwood right now.
It is so good. I can't believe I never watched it. It sort of reminds me of like Game of Thrones, and again, no spoilers, but it sort of does this thing where like it elevates the game, and like before you know it, the person that you thought was the most evil person is in your mind tenable. They're like not the worst imaginable. It does wild things. It's a great show. I read something that was like originally written, maybe even the first few episodes, or maybe it was just the pilot. It was written in iambic pentameter. You hear this?
No, that's interesting.
It's and that's why it allegedly sounds a little Shakespearean. I'm not sure if that holds up throughout all 3 seasons. That was just
Interesting.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's worth checking out.
For sure. Well, how about this? Do you have a movie suggestion for me, Paul? Because we're always looking for something to do on movie night, and then we just end up watching Deadwood. You know what I mean?
Yes, it might make you uncomfortable, but Promising Young Woman.
Okay. Can we watch the preview together or whatever? Let's got Bo Burnham.
I don't know if the preview is like will break TOS, but
I got a button for that.
All right. Good.
So, a producer tip to another. In OBS, there's something called a Twitch VOD track. Are you aware of that?
No.
So, like, whenever you go to your audio settings, you know how it gives you like 6 different channels for each audio? You could tell which piece of audio to go where. And when you turn on the Twitch VOD track, you're going to set it to 2. And then anything that you don't want to end up on the Twitch VOD track, you just uncheck 2.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do right now. I've got the button built into my Stream Deck, so I don't even have to like go into it and fuck around. So here we'll be safe, but you will not hear this on a replay. Do you see how that works? The audio doesn't stick to the replay, so they can't mute you.
Sick.
What are you gonna do?
Wait, no, I didn't do it. Didn't work.
I don't know.
It didn't work. It's supposed to switch the audio channel.
Oh no.
Fuck it. It'll just mute this part of the stream. It's not that big a deal.
Whisper something in
Button's broken.
Good God.
Oh! We did watch this. I didn't
You
love
watched
it.
the movie?
Yeah, I was just contrived. Is that the word? It didn't hit.
I thought it was great.
All right.
I thought it was great. Yeah.
So, bunch of fucking creepy ass dudes, and she fucking fucks them up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, that's awesome.
Well, I don't want to ruin it for people in chat, but the ending is not like satisfying.
Actually, I don't remember the ending, but that's fine. Maybe I might not have gotten through it.
Oh, you should watch it through to the end.
So she sort of does a bit where she acts drunk and then she turns on him. All right. But I don't want to give away too much. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask my partner if we made it to the end. And if we didn't, I'll take your suggestion and we'll do that. We'll get to the end. Promising Young Woman.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Another movie. I don't know if people don't mind every Wednesday, my friends and I in the boys chat do a movie night, and these are like college buddies of mine,
Nice.
and we watched Train to Busan, which is a Korean zombie movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was there something about like another movie that was based on that, or am I imagining?
There's a sequel called Peninsula.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm actually into films. I don't mind the fucking reading while watching a movie, but she doesn't like it as much.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can. But it's like a zombie horror film. Awesome.
It's great though. It doesn't feel like a, like, you know how like zombie movies can feel cheesy almost, or like juvenile. Like, this feels like a grown-up movie.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll check it out. I think that's a good one. That's a good one.
Hell yeah.
I don't have a good movie suggestion off the top of my head. Not that you asked. Again, I'm just super TV brained right now. And I also just have like I don't know. Do you catch this? Like how movies are like harder to watch because TV is so good. Like, you know, a movie's 2 hours. What? Like, how much time do you have to build character and storyline and plot? Versus, you know, you got a season or 2 or 3 seasons. Like, come on, right? It's getting harder for me to get into movies. It's got to be really good. It's got to be a good idea. And you'd think they'd figure out what kinds of movies to make, but there's so many bad movies out there.
I like really stupid movies. I have like dumb guy taste in movies. Like, my favorite movie is Pacific Rim. I love it, dude. Big robot punch.
Yes.
Good. Yes.
Hold on. Let me remind myself of that one. What the fuck? Pacific Rim? What is this? It's like a giant transformer guy?
It's like you know, kaijus and it's like there is like giant robots fighting giant alien monsters.
Yeah, no, that's actually up my alley. I think I like dumb guy stuff too. I just don't. I don't like to admit it.
In it.
I love Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Funny cast. All right. Well, I tell you what, Paul. I had a really nice time chatting with you today.
Thank you. Yeah.
We learned about long COVID. We were able to share about myalgic encephalomyelitis. No, that was close. We learned about PEM. Post-exertional malaise. We learned about how doctors don't really take it seriously. There's not a lot of people who really know how to know about it or know how to treat it. There's so much that we need to learn. Congress or Biden or whatever said that they're going to spend $1.15 billion to help learn about it. It costs $80 billion in loss and productivity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, and then I think it would be cool. I don't know how closely you want to work with me on this, but I think I'm going to turn this into a 1 minute left video. So what I'm going to do, maybe this makes the most sense, is sit down and write out a script, and maybe I'll shoot it to you. And we'll just do a back and forth kind of thing.
Hell yeah!
It's like Postal Service, but for political videos. And
are you? Which one are you? Are you Ben Gibbard?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know the difference between the. Wait, what was it? Him and Danger Mouse?
I think it was him and Danger Mouse. Yeah. I think it would make.
I think I'm Danger Mouse, right?
You're
I'm like
Danger Mouse,
remixing the shit that you give me. All right.
And I live close to where Ben Gibbard lived when he was doing the Postal Service stuff.
Oh.
So.
I'm a big Ben Gibbard fan. He came out with what was the other thing? The Broken Bells project? I like that too. That was pretty good stuff. Yeah. I like the way it sounds in my ear holes. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go, Paul, because I don't want to take too much of your time, but I really do. Really liked this. This is a lot of fun. Let's do this again, huh?
Hell yeah, anytime.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for coming. I really do appreciate your time. And have a good fucking day. Y'all streaming later today? You want to tell us about that? Oh, yeah, folks. Find Paul at the Antifada. He's producing the Antifada podcast and often on the stream as well. I'll make sure that we hit those links in chat.
The podcast.
You don't produce the podcast. I'm sorry. You're not involved in the podcast. You produce the stream.
Yes.
Cool. All right. does it have an underscore in the name?
No, I don't think so.
Perfect.
I think it's just the Antifada. Yeah.
Awesome. Who produces the podcast?
I think Andy just kind of like listens to it and then throws it up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll look forward to hanging out with you. I love listening into you on your stream, on the Antifada stream. And we're gonna let you go. Have a good one, Paul. Thanks so much, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Do I just leave the call?
Yeah, it's that simple. Peace out now.
Thanks.